morning from the CAG TV network. Rashida Tlaib, the fucking Detroit dumpster, ran her mouth yesterday. Minutes after taking her oath. Her Detroit dumpster ass ran out and was like, "We're gonna fucking impeach that motherfucker Trump," with her fucking dirty Palestinian mouth. This is the fucking trash that they're electing. These are the kind of people. They're fucking trash. And you watch and you just go, fucking look at her. Look at her. She's fucking trash. I mean, Detroit's a dump. Look at Detroit. This is what Detroit produces, right? I mean, it produces fucking dumpster asses. And she's just a dumpster ass. Look at her. I mean, come on. What do you expect? If you elect fucking trash, the first thing they're going to do is run out on stage and take the world stage and just run their fucking mouth. It's what they do. They're dumpster trash. And let me tell you, as I was on her wiki this morning, I was like, I need to make a public edit. And I did. But they took it down quick. But I did make a public edit on the wiki because it deserved a public edit because she's a foul-mouth, fucking stupid dumpster trash, fucking Palestinian nut job, right? She's a Palestinian nut job. That's what these guys are, Deport them back to Palestine. Rashida, if you don't like America and you have a fucking problem, take your ass back on a boat. We don't need you here. Why are you fucking people coming here? I just don't get it. Why these people fucking come to America? Get on a fucking boat with your mommy and daddy and head back home. It's a simple fix for you. It really is. It's such a simple fix. And you can go fucking do your Palestinian shit over in Palestine. Fucking complain about your life. Just get the fuck out of here. The fucking trash that we've let in this country. It's just fucking... Oh my God. It's like, wow. You watch and just shake your head. As you've given these people a place to live, a place to call home, and they shit on the country that they came to. Get the fuck out of here. Really, that's my new motto. Get the fuck out of here. Why are you here? Why are you here? You're just causing fucking trouble. You're not American. You don't act American. Get the fuck out of my country. It is what it is, right? These people come here and they just cause fucking trouble. That's all they do. They come to America to cause fucking trouble. Get the fuck out of my country. I'm a son of the American Revolution, and I have more say in this country than a lot of other people because I'm an original. Get the fuck out of here. If you don't like America and you don't like the freedoms that were provided to you, and you can't respect this country, get the fuck out. You don't belong here. All you do is run around running your fucking mouth. You can't even respect the presidency. Go fuck yourself. And fuck Detroit. Fuck Detroit's a fucking shithole anyway. They should be bulldozed. It's a fucking dump. And it's people like Rashida Tlaib that made it the fucking dump it is today. Honestly, it's people like that. It's people just like that fucking foul-mouthed fucking skank that have made this country. Places like Detroit, Michigan. Seattle, Washington. Portland, Oregon. Those places are absolute fucking dumps from people like this. They're the reasons these places fucking... They're shitholes. They're absolutely slums, ghettos, and fucking dumps. and like the rest of the country cares what they think or what they say. They've turned their communities into absolute fucking shitholes. They can talk a big game and say, "Oh, our communities." No, your community's a fucking shithole. I've seen it. I've driven through Detroit. I've seen the fucking ghetto trash, the fucking trash in the streets, the trash piled up on the side. Your fucking community's a fucking dump. Really, you guys can't even fucking clean your sidewalks. There's more trash on the sidewalk in fucking Detroit than there is at a fucking local dump in rural states. Why? Because rural states clean up their shit. You guys just throw your shit in the street. You're fucking dumpy people. and you're going to preach to the rest of the country. Go fuck yourself in your fucking dumps. Keep your dumps. You know what we should do is start building walls around these fucking cities and fucking box them in and leave them there. There you go. There's your fucking little country. You can have your own mini little fucking Palestines. We'll start in Detroit. We'll build a fucking wall around it. And y'all can fucking get flotillas and get some fucking food brought into you. And we'll fucking drop it off. You know, they're fucking trash. You know, the era of political correctness needs to end. Political correctness is killing this country. Slowly. And I've watched as Republicans have embraced this political correctness that's going on. And stop it. Stop it. This is the shit that gets fucking bred in this country. This is the shit that's destroying the American dream. And you watch on a daily basis as this shit, it's eroding the country. It's eroding it. You know, I even watch the QAnon folks. And I'm critical of it now. Stop being fucking virtue signaling piece of shits. All of y'all cut it out. You're destroying the Republican Party and which it stands for. We stand for decency. We stand for honesty. And we stand for fucking making America the America that it was. Get the fuck out of here with your political correctness. That shit ends now. The political correctness in this country ends now. If you want to be fucking politically correct and play this fucking game, go join the Democratic fucking Party. Get the fuck out of here. The day of this shit is done. I can talk the way I fucking want to talk. See, this is the point I'm saying here. If my words offend you, get the fuck out of here. Take your fucking little fucking Democratic ass and get the fuck out of my scope. Get the fuck out of here. Go join Rashida Tlaib and the rest of her fucking cronies and get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. This is my America. This is my America. And it's not going to be taken over by you fucking soft-ass liberals who want to fucking destroy this country from within. It's done. Get the fuck out. Take your fucking Democrat ass out of here. You're an undercover Democrat. If you got a problem with the way people talk or the way people speak, you're not a fucking Republican. You're a fucking undercover Democrat, and you go fuck yourself in the biggest manner possible. You're just another fucking loudmouth cum dumpster. No, you're not. You're acting all virtue. If you got a problem with the way people talk, you're a fucking virtue signaling idiot. And you should be called out for that. So either shut the fuck up and sit down, or get the fuck out. This is the new me. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm not putting up with the virtue signaling that's going on in this party. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not a senator. I'm not a congressman. I don't have to watch the way I talk. I have no plans to run for public office. On that day, then I'll clean it up. I'll let you know when that happens. But it's not happening anytime soon. I should run for office. I mean, hey, foul mouth, you know, fucking bullshit now gets you in office, right? I mean, is that now the way of the land? So I guess if I was to run, it would come out, it would be something like, hey, America, my name's Brian. I'm running for office. Democrats, please do go fuck yourselves. Vote for me. That would be my slogan. That would be my slogan. You can get your point across without all the... Go down to fucking Praying Medic's fucking scope. Give him your money, okay? Go listen to his bullshit. I don't know what to tell you. Take your shit up the road, man. Go sit in his scope. He'll tell you all about fucking God and how he was an atheist for 20 years, and you can give him $20 and fucking head out. Bye, Stacy. I'm not doing this today. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care if you follow me or not. You know, people with their virtue signaling, like I said, is killing this country. Absolutely killing it. You're destroying your own country, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. Just get out of here. You know, I'm going to ban you from my scope. I think that will take care of your problem. Head down the fucking street. You're just a ruse. No, you're just a fucking idiot. You're just a fucking idiot. I wonder who fucking was dumb enough to fucking marry you. I bet he fucking lives his life out of fucking, oh my God, life is great. I can't wait to get home. Your poor husband probably fucking is like, oh my God, I gotta go deal with her fucking mouth. I can only imagine what life is like for him. It must be just like, oh my fucking God, here she comes again. What is going on? What happened? Get the fuck out of here. Really, get the fuck out of here. Go down the street. Kick the can, bitch. I don't care. I really don't. I'm not here for fuck. Oh, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. I'm glad you don't follow me. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know where these fucking dumb feminists come from. I'm done dealing with that shit, too. Feminists can eat piles of shit. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck do you think you're talking to? Not that guy. Go make me a fucking sandwich and shut up. So fucking... Where do these people come from? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I've never seen so much virtue signaling in one party than I've seen as of late. I have never seen anything like it. It's absolutely insane. You know, there's a feminism that's taken over the Republican Party, and it's kind of disgusting, and I'm getting sick of it. You know, feminists run around the Republic. Oh, you can't talk like, or you can't, like, what? I didn't tell you to come in here. I didn't open the door and say, hey, you must come in. You must listen to my foul mouth talk. You know, it's America, man. The word fuck is used like the word hello at this point. Who cares, really? Is this what America has become? Have you ever listened to George Carlin? Have you ever listened to any of these other people speak? Yeah, these are the things that George Carlin, and I had a lot of respect for George Carlin. George Carlin always told it like it was. He didn't give a shit what came out of his mouth. George Carlin was one of the greatest comedians to ever come out. Today, George Carlin wouldn't be doing too good, but back in the day, George Carlin knew. He knew exactly the road America was heading on, and he explained it well in all his stand-up. It was absolutely amazing that he had the foresight to see what America would become. I mean, really, go back to the 70s and the 80s and watch George Carlin, and he's talking about the shit that's going on today. He was talking about the shit that was going on today. How did he know that this would become America? Absolutely amazing that this guy had the foresight to see what was coming. And then you saw this week as Kevin Hart, the comedian, they tore him up. The liberals, they tore him up for a comment about, you know, gays. You know, it was a fucking joke, you know, from 2008. But they tore his ass up. I mean, really, what the fuck was that? You know, I think Kevin Hart should have told him to fuck off on Twitter. I don't know why these celebrities keep putting up with these people and doing this shit. Their first tweet should be, go fuck yourself. Amazingly, that's what George Carlin would do. They would do that shit to George Carlin, and his reply would be, hey, go fuck yourself. That would be his reply. And I would laugh my ass off. Because, you know, I think we live in an era right now where everybody gets ass hurt over everything. It's amazing to watch how much people get ass hurt over words. It's absolutely amazing. And, you know, like when people come in here and I swear a little bit, they automatically start telling me I need to clean up my language. Well, what are you, my fucking mom? Do you pay my fucking bills? When you start paying my fucking bills, I'll watch my mouth. How is that? When I get 816 Patreons that give me tens of thousands of dollars, I'll start watching my fucking mouth. How's that? So if you want to give me thousands of dollars, I'll watch my mouth. You know, it's like, you know, I've never seen anything like this than what is going on with the Republican Party. I've never seen anything go. It's almost like we're fucking liberal now. It is. It's amazing to watch. All the virtue signaling, all the political correctness, all the fake outrage. It's the newest craze with the Republican Party. I have never seen anything like it. And it started with this QAnon movement. All of a sudden it became, oh my God, we must fucking hold each other's hands and we must do this. Oh, fuck you. I'm not here to hold anybody's hand. My vote counts because I vote myself and I don't need anybody to tell me what the fuck to do. I'm a free man. I live in a free country. We ain't no fucking group. This ain't a group thing. Each person who chooses to be Republican does it on their own for their own reasons. We don't need to go, oh, let's hold hands. You're a Republican because you chose to become a Republican on your own personal terms. You didn't need a group to tell you to become Republican. You chose that on your own. One day you woke up and said, I want the world to change, so I'm now a Republican. You didn't need one group to tell you that. This whole fucking kumbaya shit that's going on, gotta stop. It's gotta stop. It makes us look fucking foolish. Romney, well, hey, thank you, Utah. You can't blame Romney. That's the thing, you know. That's Utah's fault. Utah voted him in. I blame the voters. You can't blame Romney. How can you blame Romney for the voters voting him in? Hey, you get what you got. You voted for it. You wanted it. Enjoy him. That's my message to Utah. Nothing you can do about that. I don't live in Utah, so it don't fucking matter. You know, Utah chose that shit. Utah's got to live with it. Enjoy Utah. That's your guy. I don't care. I'm at the point of don't care, and it's going to be 2 years. Really, we got 2 years. I'm more worried about getting Trump reelected. I could give a shit what's going on in the Congress. I could give a shit what's going on in the Senate. I could care less. I've moved on. I'm getting ready to... It's Trump time, baby. It's Trump time. I got no time for the Congress or the Senate. That shit's going to be there 2 years from now. Hey, that shit's sealed. The deal is sealed. The deal is sealed. You ain't changing nothing when it comes to that shit. Time to look forward. Time to move on. We're at that point. We're at the juncture. We have entered the 2020 election. We have entered the 2020 election. There's no more time for the Congress and Senate. They're going to do what they're going to do, and that's the end of it. I don't want to hear another fucking word about it. We are moving on. And today is January 4th. Today's an important day. Today is an important day. Today is an important day. Today was the day that the mass arrests were supposed to happen. Remember that? Remember how QAnon, the fucking political wonder, the insider government high intelligence officials said they would all be arrested? It's January 4th, everybody. And nothing happened. Huh. Go figure. How did that happen? I have waited for this day a long time to laugh at it. But, you know, these fucking dummies are still trying to fucking pass it off. Oh, my Lord. I just watch and laugh as these dummies try to play this game and try to pass these, you know, I heard the 5th, right? Yeah, the 5th, the 6th, the 8th, the 10th, the 12th, the 30th. The game's done. The game is over. There's a new charge. There's a new re-energize of the Republican Party, and QAnon won't be coming. I hate to tell everybody, QAnon's not coming along with us. Those days are over. The only people that will hang on now are the fucking weirdos and nutcases. Them days are done. It's time to let conspiracy theories and fucking scam artists go and move into the era of the Republican Party of 2020. And here we go. Those days are done. They had 2 years to prove that shit was real. It's over. It's fake. Get the fuck out of here. That's the new slogan, too. Get the fuck out of here. So here we are. Here we are. We are now moving into the 2020 election cycle, where the only thing that matters is retaining the presidency, right? That's all that's going to matter. Congress don't matter. Senate don't matter. The only thing that matters is retaining the presidency. Whether we get the wall or not, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We'll find out, right? I mean, you got all these experts trying to tell you, as usual, don't worry, guys. Hey, we're either going to get it or we're not going to get it. I explained this last night in my scope. I said we're either going to get a wall or we're not going to get a wall. One or two things are going to happen here. We'll find out. You know, and all these experts and fucking... shut the fuck up. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. It's called gridlock. We'll soon find out who holds out the longest. That's all we do know, right? All we know is that there's two sides that are willing to shut down a government, and we'll see how far each side is willing to go. It's like a good game of chess. Who's willing to hold out the longest? And these experts, these fucking retards of the right and the left try to tell you they're experts and all. They don't know shit. They don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. They don't know what's going to happen today. They got no idea. I listen to these fools on a daily basis and I fucking laugh. Like, oh, guys, shut the fuck up, dude. You don't know shit. You know, every day I'll listen to this and I just laugh because it's a never-ending... You don't know what's going to happen one day to the next. You really don't. You know, Trump is holding out. That's all we know, right? You know, I don't worry about these things. We're either going to get a wall or we're not going to get a wall. It's as simple as that, you know. Yeah, of course the December jobs. I figured they would blow past expectations because let's go ahead. Here's my job scopes. Is everybody ready for my job scope? Guys, it's December. What happens in December? Christmas. Why is Christmas important for jobs? Because it's the biggest retail market in all the world is Christmas. Therefore, they always hire extra people, right? So therefore, the job market will go up. It always happens. It's the market season, right? I mean, it's when people do the most shopping. It's when retail is at its highest peak. So you're going to see a job, you know, skyrocket. It always happens. They always add jobs in December. Come on. I mean, math, man. Like these pundits, it's like, come on, man. You make us look stupid. If you're not putting jobs on in December, you're a really bad fucking politician, for one. If there's no jobs in December, you're really fucking bad at it. I would expect nothing less than fucking jobs to come on the market in December. It's, like I said, it's the highest retail month of the year. Why wouldn't there be extra jobs added to the job market? But, you know, like I said, these pundits, they spin it out of control. Like it's it's a big to-do. No, it's fucking Christmas, man. What fucking planet are you fucking living on, bro? Come the fuck on. They spin so much shit out of control right now. It's like, I can't even fucking listen to these people anymore. I just can't. And it's good that the job market's up. But, you know, let's be real, though. The economy has taken a hit. It has. I don't sugarcoat anything. There are goods and there are bads. That's the economy. We live in the U.S. economy. The U.S. economy has always been one of the biggest highs and lows of all economies throughout the world. You know, we go through this. You know, it's called inflation, deflation. Markets rise, markets fall. It's expected. You know, if we kept going up, I would be worried. I would be worried. You don't want the market to keep rising to an unstable height and then it crashes fully. I would rather see the market drop down a little bit because it shows that what's happening now is the market's starting to even out, right? We're doing good. The market's solid. We're evening out. It's called a plateau. That's what you really want. And Trump gets that. Trump gets that you need an even plateau. You don't want the market. I mean, it was good. It skyrocketed for a while, but everything should even out to a fine plateau. You don't want to have a high market for a long period of time. That's what caused the Great Depression. If you remember, right before the Great Depression, it was one of the biggest market booms in history. And it just kept booming. And then when it crashed, it really crashed. And that's what they don't want. You got to remember that. Go back in history and look at markets. You don't want to over spiked market. It's a bad idea. It never ends well. So I think the market's doing good. I'm not worried about the market. I was glad it lost a few points. It needed that. It was too high. So there's that. I mean, the hedge fund guys love it, but of course, they're about making money. They want it as high as possible, but to the middle class, you don't want it that high. It could hurt you. So the only people that suffer when a market crashes really hard is the middle class. So believe it or not, the rich don't worry about market crashes. They survive. It's the middle class that become poor, right, when it crashes. So there's that. But, I think we need to get back to the basics in this Republican Party. We need to get back to the basics. Like I said, there's too much virtue signaling. I mean, look at that girl that came in here. She said she'd never been in here. She just came in to give me shit because she comes from somebody else's scope. And she knows that I'm critical of certain issues right now. So she came in here definitely to cause trouble. She came in here to virtue signal. And I kicked her the fuck out, and this is how you treat these people. You don't give them a podium anymore. The only thing you can do with these people now is fucking kick them out. Kick them to the curb. They're fucking stupid. That's where I'm at with these fucking Q people. They're fucking dumb. They're the fucking retards of the Republican Party, and I'll say it again. They got no fucking brains, man. They're being scammed, and they refuse to see it. And they're going to go kicking and screaming. I got no time for it. And I tell them daily how fucking retarded they are. They should be told they're fucking retarded daily. Until they get rid of this fucking scheme, this fucking shyster, these grifters that are grifting them, I'll keep calling them retards. It's the way it is. So, and I'm not making fun of handicapped people. Handicapped people have more fucking brains than these guys. They're smarter. Even handicapped people would realize this is a scam, right? They would realize it. They got more fucking brains than the average QAnon follower. That's why I call a QAnon follower retarded. They're below IQ of the handicapped. The handicapped have higher IQs. It's absolutely amazing. You could put 20 handicapped people in a room and 20 QAnon followers in a room. And the handicapped people would score at a higher IQ rate. Who would have thunk? But here we are. I digress. We are where we are today. That's right. It's not hard. All you have to do is look at the board. I mean, has anybody been over to the Q board? Has anybody even looked at that? There's some sick shit that goes on over there, by the way. Some really sick, disgusting shit that goes on over there. I don't think people really know what exactly is what these guys talk about over here. I don't think they get it. There's so much anti-Jewish, a lot of fucking disgusting behavior goes on over there. You would not believe the shit I read. It's absolutely disgusting that people follow such fucking disgusting, vile behavior that goes on that board. It's like the shithole of shitholes. It really is. It's a shithole, man. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting what goes on over there. I mean, if you ain't been over there, you'd understand the type of mentality and the type of attractions that this cult shit really pulls in. It pulls in the vile, the disgusting, the depraved. It's absolutely disgusting, vile behavior. I've never seen anything like it. And people follow this junk. It's absolutely disgusting. And they say, oh, fuck you. It's fucking disgusting. The Q Research Board, it's absolutely disgusting. It's one of the most filthiest places on the internet. A lot of anti-Jewish rhetoric, a lot of anti-black rhetoric, anti-gay rhetoric. I mean, it's just a disgusting, vile shithole. And this is the place QAnon lives, really. I mean, this is the place where, you know, the juices flow. And the misinformation research goes on, the editing of photos, it's just a vile shithole. You know, 90% of the shit is misinformation. It's not even right. It's not even accurate. You know, I read a lot of the stuff over there, and I can debunk it within minutes. I can debunk the shit within minutes. Most of the shit that's put up there. And these people who call themselves researchers or whatever they're fucking calling themselves these days, they don't know what they're doing. They interpret information in the wrong way. Like it's not even factual. It can be debunked, like I said, within minutes. It's absolutely ridiculous, the amount of disinformation that's passed along right now from both parties. Did Q get back? No, Q hasn't come back on since the 22nd. Like I said, the 8chan founder already said it's fake. I don't know how much more concrete you need than the guys that can monitor the IP addresses this group of clowns are getting on from. You know, if they're not getting on from Washington, D.C., where do you think they're getting on from? They're getting on from, you know, middle America. It's the fucking scammer network, man. You know who it is. I explained this last night in my scope. There's a group of platformers that are QAnon, and they're using it to rake money in. That's all it is. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi scam. It's a Ponzi scam. It's a triangle. You've got your platformers up top. You've got 8chan in the middle. And you've got Twitter, YouTube on the sides. It's a Ponzi scam. It's a classic Ponzi scam. If you're not understanding how the QAnon thing works, all you have to do is look up a Ponzi scam. That's exactly what it is. Ponzi scams are built on a premise with a promise that you're going to get something, but you never get what you're supposed to get, right? That's the classic Ponzi scam, and that's what they're running. And hey, you know, if people are suckers to Ponzi scams, it's their own fault, right? They've all been warned. You know, you can't get any more warnings on this shit than what's out there. So if you're now throwing money at these scam artists, these swindlers, these shysters, it's your own fault. You're getting scammed, and it's your own fault. And I'm laughing at you because you're fucking retarded. And that's where it's at. You know, hey, it is what it is, man. Here we are, January 4th. Where are the mass arrests? Come on now. And now they're making excuses. This is how these scam artists work, too. When I saw them making excuses for the mass arrests, and they were like, well, if it doesn't happen now, guys, it's all part of the plan. No, it's not. You're fucking lying to them because you're scamming them of money. You're scamming them. You're doing it on purpose. Because you know your gravy train is running dry. Because if you can't prove what you've been telling everybody for months and months and months, and you have to change your story, you're a fucking scam artist. You're a fucking scammer. And that's what you've done to these people. That's why you're changing your story now, because you don't want your scam gone. So instead of being the adult and saying, look, guys, it's fake. I'm sorry. We all have to move on. Instead of being a responsible adult like most people are, they want that money to keep flowing in, and so they start lying to these people. They build upon the lie that the lie was built on. So now they're lying to cover the lie. It's absolutely amazing. And people are absolutely buying the lie. They're buying this lie of a lie because they're so stupid that they've given these people money, and now they have to have some kind of value for the money they've given them, right? Because who wants to be a sucker? Who wants to be a sucker, right? I mean, let's be honest. You know, who wants to look at these guys on Periscope and say, Jesus Christ, I gave all these guys all this money, and now they're saying no mass arrests are going to happen. But I have to believe them because I gave them all this money. So the scam is kept alive out of guilt. It's almost like white guilt, but I call it scam guilt. I think it should be a thing. Instead of white guilt, we're going to call it scam guilt. So now you have these people who have scam guilt, and they have to keep giving money in order to not feel guilty. And they have to keep listening to the rhetoric that's being spewed. That makes no sense, right? It makes sense to me that there's scam guilt, because these people, how can you not say to yourself now, this shit's fake? How can you not even, I don't get it. Like, nothing's ever happened. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nothing. You know, and I watch these guys reiterate their trash. Everyone from like Brian Coates to Praying fucking Mantic and all of them, they reiterate the same trash on a daily basis. It's nothing new. They reword it and rebox it and shove it out. It's all the same shit. Have you ever listened to their scopes over and over again? Go listen to it. Go listen to all the different ones. It's always the same shit. They just reword it. They're fucking milking you of thousands of dollars to tell you the same things over and over again. You only have to listen to it once. You'll get the same fucking message every time. Why would you want to keep listening to reiterated fucking garbage or reading reiterated garbage? I can read the threads, and I read them, and it's the same shit. I look at it and shake my head and go, how can people just keep reading the same shit? It's the same exact thing they've been saying for the past 2 years. You're reading the same shit. Their story has never changed. And their story has never come true. It's the same reiterated garbage over and over and over. But people don't catch on to it. They just go, oh fucking, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like, I guess they're suckers, you know. And it's their own fault for being suckers. They just don't get it. But you can go listen to that, and you'll hear the same shit you heard yesterday. You'll hear the same garbage reiterated over and over again with the same message that the indictments are coming and fucking the cabal is going down and they're going to be... No, it's not. No, it's not. Shut the fuck up. Nobody's going down. Nothing's happening. It's the same old same. It's Republicans versus the Democrats. It's always going to be that. There is no winner. This is politics, man. It's a power dynamic. How do you explain the Democrats and Republicans in an easy way for retards to understand? Well, here it is. I'm going to explain it. This is my explaining Republicans and Democrats in 5 seconds. Think of a yin-yang. Everybody knows what a yin-yang is, right? A yin-yang is an equal and opposite effect, right? So you have the Democrats and the Republicans. It's a balance of power that shifts dynamically from time to time. It happens. It happens. And it's been that way through the society of the United States, through the whole conception of the United States. We've always had this yin-yang effect. It takes power, it loses power. It takes power, it loses power. It's the dynamics of politics. Things become popular, things become unpopular. Right now, Republicans are popular, right? But the Democrats are getting just as dirty as the Republicans. So you're seeing kind of a power dynamic shift, right? I mean, you're seeing it, right? Because somehow they flipped the switch, right? They flipped this switch where Republicans used to be very outspoken. Now the Democrats are becoming worse than Republicans. And it's having a great effect on their ability to win elections. People don't understand the dynamics of how these guys have flipped the switch. I get it. How do you combat this flip of the switch that they've done? Well, you got to get as bad as they are. Sometimes you got to get in the mud. Sometimes you got to sling the poo back at the other side. And Republicans have lost that will. For some reason, Republicans have now embraced virtue signaling and, political correctness and holier-than-thou attitudes. Stop it. It's not working. A lot of this has to do with I call it the fake Bible thumping brigade. And what I mean by that is they take God and they try to shame other Republicans that speak out. I've watched it go on Twitter for some time, the past 3 or 4 months, how people misuse God and try to shame their fellow Republicans into shutting the fuck up and trying to pull this virtue signaling shit like this girl did to me earlier in the scope here. She tried to play the fucking game. It doesn't work with me. I'm not that kind of Republican. I'm outspoken. Like I said, sometimes you have to fling poo. We're at that stage, folks. The poo must be flung. And if you don't like it, you better turn your head and walk away because poo's getting flung. We're at that point. And, the virtue signaling, it's just like, stop it. I believe in God. I just don't run around shoving it down people's throats. I live my day-to-day, and, that's the way it is. Do I believe in God? Yeah. But do I need to fucking shove it down your throat? No, that's for you. God is for each individual to find on their own, right? It's not a club. It's not a. I just don't get it, man. I don't get the whole. All of a sudden we got to be in a club of God. God is an individual's choice. Whether you worship God or not, that's your own personal belief. You don't need anybody to tell you to do it. You don't need to gang up and have a God brigade. It's never been the way. So, these people who are playing this game with God and using God as a crutch, cut it out. It's not working. You're stupid. I'm tired of watching it. And, we're at the point where we've got to grow a set of nuts. We do. We got to grow a set of nuts. We're losing. And in order to win 2020, you better grow up here. These guys aren't playing by the rules, and they have no plans to. Let me tell you that. They got no plans to play by the rules, and neither should we. But Rashida Tlaib is trash. I can tell you that. She's trash. But I get sick of the virtue signaling, man. I really do get sick of it. I get sick of people crying and whining, and man, it's absolutely insane. And this girl will run to other people's time. She'll be like, "That guy's an asshole." Oh, good, call me an asshole. I'm okay with it. Thanks for blocking me. I'll unfollow you now. You're welcome. Please do unfollow me. Go fuck yourself. So see, she had to make a public statement. Bye. I don't care whether people follow me or not. Personally, I'm not here to fucking entertain you. I'm not here to, play your silly games of virtue signaling. I'm not here for that. I don't care whether people follow me or not. I've never gave a shit about follower counts. That's for the grifters. That's for the shysters. If you unfollow me, I don't care. Really. See you, bye. I don't give a shit. You can unfollow me if you want. Whoop-de-doo. For every one that leaves, I get 2 more. Please do find the fucking door if you have a problem with something I'm doing. We must stop the virtue signaling. It's absolutely crazy, man. I'm unfollowing you because you're being me. Oh, good. I'm glad. You're an undercover Democrat. This is what I'm talking about. We have Democrats that are hiding in this party, trying to virtue signal, and trying to make the Republican Party soft. It's absolutely amazing to watch. Like I said, I watch it on a daily basis, and it's like, and I threw her out of my scope because she was trying to shame. I don't play the shame game. You can shame somewhere else, man. Shaming's for punks. I don't, you can, the fucking, oh, you're swearing, or, oh, you're doing something mean. I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of here. When did that start being a thing? Everybody knows I swear. It's no secret. I'm a very loud individual. I'm a very loud. I command a presence. And sometimes you must be loud to be heard. That's the only way to be heard, is to be loud. If you can't handle that, you don't understand what it is to be a Republican. Because let me tell you, I was in an echo chamber for years, and I'm not fucking going back. I have no plans to. That's, like I said, for Praying Mantic and the rest of the grifters. Go to their scopes. They enjoy the echo chambers. Why? Because they're fucking looting your money. They're stealing from you. That's why they want you in that echo chamber. That's why they want you to simmer down. They want you dormant. They want you to be, what they say, submissive. They don't want you to speak out. They want you just to be docile. And only on their command are you to speak. I'm watching it go on. It's absolutely amazing. And the only commands that they care about and they want you to do is, give me your money and we'll build the wall. Give me your money and we'll get people elected. Shut the fuck up. I'm not complacent. I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to stop speaking out. I'm going to keep talking the truth. And the truth is, things need to change and things need to be done, especially within the Republican Party. Look, these same pundits helped us lose the Congress after I said, if things don't change, we're losing Congress, guys. And everybody was like, these pundits were like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy doesn't understand. The Republicans know. We're the pundits. We know it. Fuck you, you did. We lost it. In the end, I was right. Once again. Because I saw what was coming. I was like, we're complacent. We're soft. And you know, you had fucking idiots out there. We're going to win by a landslide. Guys, don't worry. You know, I can pull up tweet after tweet of these pundits who said we were going to win. And this and, you know, and it's absolutely amazing. And then Mitt Romney in Utah. And then these other senators that are now like, oh, yeah, fucking, we'll put Trump in line. So now we've got Republican senators that are starting to turn on Trump. I predicted that too. Remember, I'm the only one that said that. I said some of these guys will turn on him. I said there's Benedict Arnolds within the Republican Party. I was fully right on that. They've started to turn slowly. It's a fine wine that's building up. See, what these guys are doing is they're testing the waters, right? That's what's going on. They are testing the waters to see who's in the boat to try to destroy Trump. That's what's going on. And let me tell you, these establishment people, they don't want Trump in office in both parties. It goes beyond. Paul Ryan's done. He's not even an issue anymore. He's retired. Bye, Paul Ryan. It's not Paul Ryan you got to worry about. It's not Paul Ryan. It's the guys that are already in there. It's the guys that are already in there. People don't see what's coming. I'm the only one that sees it. Everybody's like talking about people that aren't even in office. Hillary Clinton's not in office. Why are people talking about her? It doesn't matter anymore. Paul Ryan is not in office. Why are people talking about him? He doesn't matter anymore. Jeff Flake is not in office. He doesn't matter anymore. It's the people that are there right now that matter. These are the people aren't keeping an eye on. Everybody's focused on people that don't matter. Yet they're not watching these other people that have been elected and what they're saying. There are several Republican senators that have talked shit about Trump. And people are like totally ignoring the fact. Don't get in line. How do you know they're going to get in line? Are they going to get in line like when they were going to repeal Obamacare and didn't do it? What line are you talking about? What line are you talking about? Because people go, oh, it's all John McCain's fault. But John McCain wasn't the only person that didn't vote not to repeal that. There were multiple senators on the Republican side that actually engaged in that behavior as well. But people only talk about the most prominent ones, but they refuse to look at all the ones that were involved in the little shitback that they gave Trump even in the beginning. People have forgotten. Benedict Arnold, y'all know who he was. And I am more afraid of the Benedict Arnold effect in the Senate than I am of Congress. I'm telling you, I am more afraid of the Benedict Arnold effect in the Senate. What do I mean by the Benedict Arnold effect? It means that if impeachment is brought up, and these Benedict Arnolds get together and say, will we be better off without Trump? Should we do this? Can we get the votes? We only need 10 people. Can we do it? Can we get the 10 people on board? That's the shit I'm worried about. That's the shit I fear more than anything. I don't even fear Congress. I fear Mitt Romney. I fear John Kasich. I fear these guys that are leading the charge. And can they talk these people into it? These are the fears you should be worried about. And I don't care what these pundits say. These pundits don't know what's going on. They're not watching the big picture. They're not seeing what's going on. You know, look at Julius Caesar and other Napoleon and other leaders like that. They fell to their own. They didn't fall to the outside. They fell to their own. That's what I'm afraid for Trump. I'm afraid that his own party will try to destroy him. It looks worse by the day. It looks worse by the day. I mean, watch. And if people don't think that's a real concern, they're not really understanding what's going on in the political paradigm and what really is happening in the Senate. And, you know, I think people should be really concerned about that. Yeah, I think so too, Glay. I think there's a good chance that they would turn on Trump. I think there is. I think there's always been that good chance, you know, and I've always watched it like a hawk. And, you know, a lot of us do. A lot of us do, you know. And I think it's something that's building up. I mean, look at Trump this morning. He was tweeting out, you know, impeachment. Trump doesn't even give a shit anymore. Trump at this point is like, bring it. Bring your impeachment. Do it. You know, I think Trump's at the point. Trump has taken the gloves off. And America should take the gloves off, too. You know, I think he must follow the lead. You know, don't be dormant because some retard that quotes QAnon tells you to. Don't do it. No more of that. Be loud. Be outrageous. No more should you hide. Don't trust anyone's plan but your own. You should have your own plan. You shouldn't have to take up anybody else's plan but your own. It's your vote. It's your president. Do you really need someone else's plan to tell you what to do? Do you really need someone else's plan to tell you to invoke your First Amendment right? Fuck these people who are telling you to trust anything. Trust yourself. I've always said that. Trust yourself. The only plan that can be had is one that you make yourself. Anybody else's plan is their agenda. Honestly, anyone else's plan is their agenda. It's not your agenda. It's time to be a Republican and stand on your own 2 feet. That's what makes Republicans great, by the way, is that most Republicans stand on their own 2 feet. They don't stand on each other's feet. That's another thing that's been lost within the Republican Party, is the ability to stand on your own feet and make your own decisions. So for some reason, there's become this, you know, this whole Boy Scout fucking, you know, atmosphere that's going on around the hemisphere. Groups don't work. I'm telling you. Groups do not work. You know, we preach as Republicans smaller government, right? Why the hell do we want a bigger group tank when it comes to Republicans? We thrive on small government. Therefore, you must be small in your own loudness. You don't need this group thing. That's the point, you know? Why? Why all of a sudden do we have to be like the Democrats? We already saw that the Democrats fail. Why would you want to embody a movement like the Democratic Party? It's a failure. It's an absolute failing recipe. Yet people want to embrace that kind of thinking. I don't get it. Like, that's a failure in itself. Why would you want to use a recipe that is built on failure? It's failing. It's not doing anything. It's fail. We've got to get back to the basics where individuals are heard. You know, the whole train thing. What is with that? I hate when people put me in trains. I don't want you following me because somebody tagged 20 people in it and say, oh, that's a train. Don't follow me for that reason. You're not here to hear my message. You're here to build a follower account. I don't need fucking trains. I hate that. Don't add me to fucking trains. I think they're stupid. You don't know who you're jumping on a train with. I don't go take trains because I want to meet people. I take trains because I want to get to a destination. So don't tag me in that shit either. That shit's dumb. There's so much shit going on that I hate right now. It's absolutely insane. I just fucking hate it. I never seen anything like it, you know. Absolutely insane. We have to get back to the basics. I don't know how to pull people back to the basics. Some people are lost, but we got to get back there. We've got to stop virtue signaling. We've got to stop the, you know, oh my God, he's outrageous. That shit's got to end. That shit's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it, man. You look at Kevin Hart, man. I was talking about him earlier. The dude said a comment in 2008, and they tried to take away the guy's manhood, his right to make a living, you know. And not even because he's black, but because he's a man. Literally, they want to destroy men in this country. It's absolutely amazing to watch. And, you know, and other white men and other men are trying to destroy themselves in this virtue signaling world that we're living in. You know, they don't even try to shame people anymore. They go for their livelihoods. They try to make them poor. You know, and I listened to Kevin Hart's interview, and I agree with him. They go for the throat. It's not even that they go for the legs. They go for the throat and try to, you know, take away everything. And he's exactly right with it, you know. And Kevin Hart made a good point. You know, and I think Kevin Hart is going to wake up a lot of people to what's going on in this country. Very important. If you're not supporting Kevin Hart, you should be. Kevin Hart has a good message that's going to come out of this. Because, like I said, they went for the guy's throat. They tried to take him down. Like, fucking completely. They wanted to destroy this guy. And take away his ability to make a living. I mean, they went for the dude's jugular. And I think he will come out with a more positive message. And I think the dude should do the Oscars. And he should make a point. He should make a point to go ahead and destroy political correctness. That should be his first order of business. You know, if Kevin Hart, I think if he was smart and played it right, he would get up on that podium at the Oscars and say these words: fuck political correctness and fuck your feelings. I think if he said that along those terms, I think America would change overnight. Because I think someone needs to get up on a podium and say it loud. And say it really loud. And smash political correctness in half. Because it's destroying this country. It's destroying this country. It would be awesome. I would tape that shit. I would rerun that shit for weeks because someone's got to do it, man. Like I said, they're destroying lives. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I mean, look at Louis C.K. and Chris Rock the other day. I started laughing. I thought it was great. You know, I didn't see anything wrong. These are comedians. This is what comedians do. They stretch the boundaries of what is moral and what is immoral. That's what comedy is built on. How outrageous can you get before you cross the line? That's what comedy was built on. But for some reason, the virtue signalers And the fucking, just the trash of America has found its way into trying to destroy comedy and what comedy was built on. And comedians are allowing it instead of standing up, telling them. And Louis C.K. is about the only one standing up saying, hey, go fuck yourself. I don't care. And I think more comedians need to do that, or they're going to destroy their own profession. There will be no comedy left. It'll be watered down bullshit that nobody wants to watch. Roseanne Barrs and people like that will be done. And Kevin Hart, they tried to take Kevin Hart down like they tried to take Roseanne Barr down. Roseanne will make a comeback, but people have to stand together. These comedians got to get together, and end this whole political correctness thing. Unless they do, it ain't gonna stop. It is what it is. People. Louis C.K. is a funny motherfucker. I don't care what anybody says. And you can be outspoken and be critical of your government. You can. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't hate all Democrats. I don't hate all Democrats. They believe in what they believe in, and they have the right to believe in that. But the virtue signaling, no. Find another fucking route to something, but don't use the virtue signaling. I talk to Democrats all the time. Democrats don't bother me as much as they bother other people. Just like I don't think all Democrats are evil. I think some are misguided. I think some are moderate Democrats and they believe in, a certain set of principles. There's nothing wrong with that. That's their way of thinking. It's their way of thinking. I don't get on all Democrats. I think now the extreme leftists, the socialists, I don't like them. They're bad people. They want things for this country that this country is not founded upon. They need to take that shit somewhere else. If you want a Venezuela, move to Venezuela. The world awaits you. The world awaits you. That the days of that's got to stop. We're not Venezuela. We're never going to be Venezuela. But, it is what it is. But the political correctness in this country, on both sides, is destroying it from within. I ain't never seen anything like it. I had a guy on my timeline yesterday, and because I said a thug pushed an old white man in front of a car, which he did. He did. It was a thug. What is a thug? It can be white or black. A thug is a thug is a thug. Most thugs wear their pants down below their asshole. Most thugs fucking walk around, and there's white thugs, there's black thugs, there's girl thugs, there's boy thugs. A thug is a thug is a thug. But this thug pushed this old white man in front of a car. What did I mean by thug? It's a leftist thug son of a bitch that did this because the guy was white. You can't tell me that wasn't done out of hate. And I let it be known on Twitter. And this white dude comes up on my timeline and he's like, you're a racist. And I said, why? Because I pointed out that the thug pushed the old white guy in front of the car. The fuck is wrong with you? A thug is a thug is a thug. If you do something that hurts somebody who has less power than you, or if you assault somebody that has no way to fight back, you're a fucking thug. You're a creep. That would be like you or me walking up and pushing an old black man in front of a car. That makes you a fucking thug. You know what I'm saying? A thug is not a class of people. A thug is a low-down, dirty fucking scoundrel who's a criminal. And I use that word in its true sense because that's what a thug is. A thug will pick on the weak, the poor, and this guy was trying to shame me on my timeline. He's like, you're a racist because you said old white man. And I said, yes, he was an old white man. Did he look like an old black man to you? Because if he had been an old black man, you bet your ass I would have typed, thug pushes old black man in front of car. The color is relevant to what the thug did. Right? I've pointed out racists I've pointed out everything on my timeline. You know, well, it's not that I virtue singled. I did it on purpose. I do these things on purpose because I want to spark outrage. And I do it because I want to point out the fact that if it had been an old black man that was pushed in front of that car, you bet your ass it would have been the headlines. Black old man gets pushed in front of car. And it would have been on all mainstream media, right? But because a black youth pushed an old white guy, it never made the headlines, right? It never made the headlines. Because of the color of the perpetrator's skin, he was given a pass at the apparent hate crime that he committed. You can't even tell me that's not a hate crime. He did that on purpose. He targeted that old white guy because the old white guy couldn't fight back. And so I made a point to point that out. And of course, I got shit for it. And that's the point I was making. But bet your ass, if that had been an old black man, the headlines would have been a whole lot different. And they would have been a whole lot more peaked. And it would have said, old black man pushed in front of the car by racists. You know, and that would have been the headlines on CNN, on ABC, NBC, CBS. It'd been all over the place. It would have just been days and days, right? But because it was an old white guy, it didn't matter. Well, it mattered to me. I had to point that out. Like, you know, hey, if you're going to point out hate in one direction, you must point out hate in all directions. And as we argued, the guy started talking about slavery. And I'm like, oh, guy, this old dead horse, you're going to keep beating this one up, huh? And then I started talking about Egypt. And a lot of people don't know history. And I started explaining history. And I said, did you know, young fella, that blacks in history had slaves? In Egypt, the Pharaoh had Jews as slaves. It's true. It's documented. It's well documented. So in order to say that one class of people can only enslave another class of people is absolutely a lie. It's the bias of culture. So to say that, just blacks have suffered slavery, bullshit. Every class of people has been enslaved by another class of people because of bias, war, oppression. It's what goes on. Look at Libya. They have a massive influx right now of slaves being sold, and they happen to be blacks. So if you look through history and the culture of slavery, it's about profit. It's not about hate. It's about profit. That's why slavery was invented. It's called free labor. A free workforce. You don't have to pay for them. You don't have to give them health care. You don't have to appropriately do anything. That's why slavery still exists today in one form or another. It's about profit and profit margins. It's not about hate. It's about profit. And I think people misskew slavery for racism. It's not racism. It's profit. It's profiteering. You know, and that's the truth to racism. Okay? That's the truth to racism and slavery. There is no existence there. There are two different paradigms. There's two different paradigms. Slavery is about profit. Slavery is about money. Whereas racism is about biased cultures. They're two different entities. And people refuse to split these two things up. And why do they do that? Because it's connected politically. They have used slavery and racism to change the dynamics of politics. This is how the Democrats succeed, by the way. It's the only thing their platform is built on, right? I mean, let's be honest. Their platform is based on if if they didn't make people think that racism exists, or that racism goes on, they wouldn't have a platform. There would be nothing for them to talk about. You know, the whole equality, the whole racism. I mean, it's America. We're all treated equal. I'm afforded the same rights as anybody next to me, whether they're black, Chinese, Asian, Muslim, Jewish. We're all afforded the same rights in America. Therefore, there can't be any racism. Let's be real. Are people biased at other people? Absolutely. It's when you, I think it's when you cross over that threshold and bring it into violence, or you bring it into any threatening manner. That's when it's a crime, right? That's a crime. That's different. But can you be biased of other cultures? Of course you can. There's bias in everything you do. Whether you don't like peas, you don't like carrots. That's a bias towards a vegetable. Bias is bias. Cultures have bias. It's absolutely insane to watch it and watch how people try to make shit up. It's 2019. You know, half the Confederate statues have been ripped down. You can't erase history. History can't be erased. And the reason why these people didn't want to give up the slaves was because of the money. It wasn't about racism. It was about money, man. It was about the cotton fields. Go back in time, man. Look it up. The history of the economic development in the United States was about profit. And they enslaved the people, just like the Egyptians enslaved the Jews. It's all about profit. And I think until it's addressed that, hey, maybe the corporations are the ones that actually owe the reparations. Let's be real. The corporations owe the black community money. Maybe it's their fault. Because if they weren't out to profit off the blacks, it would not ever have happened in the first place. So let's go back and really discuss exactly. If the corporations didn't want the product, that would have never happened. Who do you think was getting sold to? Go back in time when the cotton. Who wanted the cotton? Well, the corporations, British corporations wanted that cotton. There's a reason why the British also helped enslave 12.5 million people. It's never talked about. It's never talked about the 12 million people that they helped bring over to the United States. It was actually the Brits who enslaved the people and then decided to sell the people because they wanted the land worked. Because they wanted the product. Economically, it's the Brits' fault. They should have to pay the black people. Let's be real. If you really look through history. And this is a red pill to be swallowed, even for black people. So if you want reparations, you have to look at Britain. You have to look at their economic structure and the corporations that are still around today. Believe it or not, they've just evolved over time. Go after the money. That's where you want your reparations. It's not even in America. It's over in Britain. They're the ones who robbed. They're the ones who stole. Go get the corporations, man. That's where the money's at. That's where you're owed. It wasn't the people. It was the fucking corporations. But for some reason, they've overlooked that fact. That if there weren't a supply and a demand, it would have never happened. I'm not even caring. The impeachment will die at most at the Senate. We'll find out, won't we? I'm not overly worried about it. I don't care about it anymore. I take it day by day, brother. Why do people worry? Hey, here's my take on it. If they do it, they're stupid. That's my take. I don't have time for this impeachment bullshit. It's all talk. It's all talk. It's all flutter. It's all nothing. It's absolute stupid. I don't even pay attention to it. If they want to impeach them, let them. If they don't want to, fuck them. I don't care anymore. I'm at the point. bring it. Bring it. Stop talking the talk, walk the walk, and do it. Just, that's my whole point to all of them guys in both the House and the Senate. Just fucking bring it. Shut up and do it. I think we've heard the talk long enough. If you're gonna try it, do it. Fucking be done with it. I didn't get notification. Yeah, well, Twitter's suppressing me. What's new? They hate me so. I find the whole impeachment talk stupid. Yeah, let them do it. Bring it. First of all, they have to have a case. Even if they were Benedict Arnolds, they need a case. They have no case. Pfft, what do they have? We just don't like him. What the fuck? Yeah, bring it. You can't impeach somebody because you don't like them. You can't impeach them because you don't like them. That's not how the government works. Just because your feelings are hurt. Like Rashida Tlaib. How the fuck you can't impeach people because you don't like them? You have to actually have a case. There is no case for impeachment. There never has been one. They haven't found one yet. You think Trump's worried about it? No, he laughs. He's like, bring it. Oh, fuck you. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go do some stuff. I've been on for over an hour. I want everybody to have a beautiful day. We'll talk about more stuff as the days continue up to the 2020 election. It has started. We must prepare. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll talk more.